What up? This is what, day two or so? Day three, I guess. Getting back to the property. Living out of my truck on my property with the hammock over there. Um, Still trying to get organized. There's my mess of stuff with all these different projects in there going on. I got the weed eater. That thing I was gonna get ready to use today, but I don't know if you can see this, but the little primer bubble I think is it's missing, and it came off. So I don't see it. All I know is this thing's leaking oil, so I'm gonna have to go into town. I have to get a bunch of things at Home Depot. That'll be one of the things. I gotta get cardboard put over the orchards where the weeds are so high. They're up to your chest and waist. So, but right there's hornets. So the hornets, I set 2 traps. I got the crap stung out of me yesterday. They're the small hornets too, not big yellow jackets, luckily, but they still hurt like crazy. So I was limbing a tree right next to the orchard site, and they I was just tromping all over them and had no idea. So I got stung. So they let me know. This is their property too. So I got to learn to live with them, and but I guess that's why I set a few traps. Maybe, I don't know. It's right where I'm gonna be getting stung potentially. My dad's gonna be working, so if they can remove themselves, that'd be great. But I don't think they're gonna do that. So I'm just gonna use those traps where it's not poison. They just keeps them in their little container and then they die off. So yeah, a lot of work in progress this year. I got a torch I gotta get. So I'm going to burn a nest up there by my storage container, which is on the lower portion of the property. Again, it sucks because you're living out of this truck, and you can't find anything. It takes longer to get things. I got my trailer. I finally got my hitch installed. So that's gonna work. Now I can bring my trailer that has some of my tools, some of my living provisions, and it's kind of organized. I got that going. Got a couple containers. I need to do a little cold storage. I forget what they call it, but the Indians used to do it. You bury it in the ground. Normally they're ceramic, I think, but you bury one of these in the ground. Then I put one of these in the middle, a smaller one. Then I put sand around it. Then put water in there, and the ground comes up to about here. So it's really ingenious. It works good according to studies and the internet. So gonna finish working that. I'm gonna try to get something bigger for this one, so I don't have to use that one, because that really doesn't hold all that much. Maybe a 6-pack and a few groceries, but I'd like a little bit more room. Considering I'm gonna have people up here. So just cleaning a lot of this shit out. There's a mouse in here. Excuse my French. Yep, there it is. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it was a hitchhiker, but it's definitely here. So I got a poison back there in the back of the truck. He's eating and then that one. So hopefully those nice morsels get him out of here. Yeah, he ate my favorite bread from Trader Joe's. Not very happy about that, because I needed bread too, because I need a quick meal out here, because I'm not set up. It's not, again, this is like my second technically day. I mean, my first day I was kind of going through storage. I mean, I've been going through storage every day, but yeah, so I haven't really set up camp yet. Usually it's on the lower end of the property where there's a fire pit, there's shade, there's trees perfect for my hammock and everything, and there's rocks down there where you can put things, and I just haven't done that. Plus I don't have my trailer, so I'll show you a little bit more here. Nothing too exciting, just my hammock set up. See if you guys can see it, man. Yep, just threw a cardboard box down. I just leave that up all day. Pretty good weather. Haven't even thought about putting the tarp up. I don't think I'm going to, according to the whole week outlook and the weather-wise. So, another thing I got going on is, so this is I don't know if you can see it, but so this road goes back and it kind of snakes around, and then it's going to go wind back that way. But obviously, you've seen all the amount of rain we've got this year. It was tons of rain. So the weeds cover up the rocks, they cover up the stumps in this. It's a road, not fully a road, but I think this might have been part of a logging road. I can't tell if it was. I know my lower road was. This one might have been too. It's just now it's the earth is kind of taken back over. I don't think so, actually, because there's a lot of rocks and stumps. So I'm marking the stumps. Sorry for the shakiness, but and I could have bought the $6.99 little stick in the ground reflectors, but I thought that was dumb. You know, starting a homestead is not going to be. It's not cheap. Depending on how you want to do it, but I'm trying to cut corners and not buy things at the box store every time I need something. You know, I'm trying to undo that behavior because we're so used to it. You know, living in the city, it's the convenience. But when it really adds up, like $6 for a stick that goes in the ground that bends. You know, I got another one over here, and then, you know, I'll add some little that loggers tape stuff to it, you know, like plastic vinyl, whatever, little flagging stuff you see on trees for timber usage or whatever, cutting down. So there's another one. So that one I felt with my truck the other day. Just I was creeping and I felt it stop just in time. I mean, that thing, I don't know how much damage it would have done. This guy will do some damage. Jacked up my dad's Honda when he came up here. I mean, it's not a all-terrain vehicle, even though it's an all-wheel drive vehicle. It's not suitable for this type of stuff. Plus, I mean, it's just, this isn't developed yet. I got a lot of work ahead of me. I still got to find the means to get these stumps out. But as you can see, they're kind of everywhere. So this road is going to go back this way. It's going to go back that way. Then it opens up over here. It opens up, and that's where the cabin site's going to be. I'll show you guys all that. So I don't know if that was from the windstorm recently, but I mean, probably. They're just two trees. There's not a lot of trees like that here that are busted, but these trees are pretty resilient. I haven't seen really any blowdown from all the windstorms, because they've had really bad windstorms up here. So here's the I guess I'll show you guys the orchard. I mean, it's not really, I mean, I guess it's orchard for some of the native plants right now, not really for food. Of course, what do I know? I'm still learning. I don't even know what these species of stuff is. I know that's extremely common. I know I've seen it a ton of times. Is that goldenrod? That might be goldenrod. I don't know. I remember reading about that, like, I don't know, 8 years ago. My memory's not very good. So I got to keep reading, continuously reading. I believe that's some yarrow. It's pretty nice. That's toilet paper for the Indians, my friends. It's nice and soft. It's like Charmin quality. Good stuff. So I love seeing that. This stuff has medicinal uses, obviously for bathroom uses as well. But as you can see, so this comes up to about my stomach, this guy. So you can see where everything else is. definitely waist high, some of it's chest high. But sorry for, I'm not just littering in my own property. This is cardboard boxes. I just had to get it out of my truck. I'm still debating whether I'm going to cut this. I think I'm going to cut it, weed whack it down. Put the cardboard boxes on top of it. And then put some fertilizer, put some, I don't know, some goat manure down on that. That's what I did over here in this section. What, 3 years ago I did that. Added about 4 inches of wood chips, maybe 3.5, probably 4, some spots. But yeah, so that all broke down. But anyways, so it's gonna go cardboard box, paper, fertilizer, manure, and then wood chips. Still got to find wood chips, still got to find the manure, still got to find the rest of the boxes to cover this whole area. Over here was actually it's still there. So this was a big old wood pile, huge. It was huge. It was probably 4 times the size of what it is now. It's all covered up with. But I wood chipped the crap out of that and spread the wood chips over here. So I didn't find the means to have somebody come in and bring them, but I need to make some calls and do that. It's just one of those things I need to do. Anyways, so I'm thinking about doing a hugelkultur site with this and just bring dirt in. That's not going to be anything done within this week, that's for sure. But I mean, it's a great place for all that was really broken down, really fertile and like moist. Just debris because it was underneath a big wood pile that was really hard wood, or not hard, but it was dried. So yeah, you guys can't even see it. All right, there it is. But you know, it's probably some habitat that lives in there. I don't know. To be honest with you, I haven't really heard too many chipmunks, or I heard a chipmunk the other day. It's good. I don't like being woken up by 30 chipmunks anyways. But so this is yeah, I may do hugelkultur right there, and then over here do the you know, just do the back to Eden thing. That's what this is all about. But right there, that tree, I don't know if you can see, but big old hornet's nest. I was clearing the lower limbs on it and yesterday, and it yeah, I got stung. That's where I got stung. So they let me know that they live there, and so I'm gonna let them know that I live here, especially when my weed whacker goes off. So I'm gonna be fully covered. I'm gonna be fully covered, head to toe, gloves, goggles, ears, back, neck, everything. I got long pants, long sleeves, so they may try to sting me, but so it's a nice little area. Yeah, I was just setting that down. That screen. So yeah, I don't know if you could see them. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to figure out what I can see here on what you're seeing. All right, something's buzzing around me. I don't know if that's one of them, but probably. They almost look like honeybees, but they're not. There they are. Yeah, those are hornets. There's already a dozen in there. Maybe more now. So, I don't know if there's any queens in there, because that would be great. Yep, they're going after it, man. Well, the thing was, is I know how to make those things with a couple of whatever, the 2-liter bottles, but soda bottles, the old school ones. But you know, my time is limited here, unfortunately, and I was kind of in a hurry. I bought 4. I need to put them everywhere, I think, on the property.